We've been talking about carbon offsets for a long time, since the first carbon offset was done in 1988. And you'll hear lots of different things about offsets even today, ranging from they're awful to they're critical to climate change mitigation. So where is the actual evidence that you can use to dig into these questions? The climate web is the closest thing to a collective climate change intelligence. And what I'm going to show you is some of the ways that you can use the climate web to explore carbon offset topics. For starters, you can go to the deep dive, the index entry carbon offsets, GHG offsets. You can see all of the different topics, subtopics that are organized there as index entries, and you can see all the different, some of the information collections off to the left. Now you can jump directly to the index entry having to do with red and red plus offsets. You can jump to the literature having to do with evaluating carbon offsets, and you'll see that's a subset of evaluating market mechanisms and evaluating carbon markets, and you can click on those index entries to access those literatures, basically. You can jump right to the forestry offsets literature, in this case books, reports, and journal articles. Or you can jump to the additionality of offsets literature, which is, you might be surprised to find, quite large. And you might see a paper that is of particular interest to you so that you can click on that paper and it'll open up. You can actually read the paper right there in the climate web. But you'll also see that we've extracted key ideas and key graphics from that paper and integrated them into the climate web. So you can see this graphic having to do with baselines. Now, what's key to recognize is that you don't have to know about this paper to find this graphic, because this graphic is also organized here, which is under extracted materials offset additionality. So we have thousands and thousands of graphics and ideas that then are organized as extracted materials in their own right. And everything, of course, if you come in through this door, it's also linked back to its original source. So everything is linked to everything in terms of being able to explore this topic in more depth. You can jump to the carbon offsets literature in terms of news and opinion and blogs, which is also very large, and there are lots of subcategories down that left side. You can jump to the carbon offsets critique, news and opinion, and then open up those pieces right there in the climate web and read them right there on your screen. Same thing for carbon neutrality, for the whole literature around carbon neutrality. Or with respect to videos having to do with carbon trading and offsets, and you can open those videos and watch them on your screen right within the climate web. You can jump and see sort of keeping track of many offset providers, and you can click through to their websites and other materials that might be relevant, including we're tracking a lot of the different offset projects that are out there today, and that you can trace back to different people offering them, for example. Or you can take advantage of a carbon offset mini course, which walks you through most of the issues of carbon offsets from A to Z. You can also take advantage of what we call insights pages, where we pull together text, insight, graphics, whether it's offset critiques, whether it's why additionality is hard, whether it's baselines, the first step in additionality assessment. But these are just a few of dozens of pages where we are trying to summarize and convey a lot of information. Now, another thing that we've done is made it possible. We've developed a technology that allows us to extract information directly from the climate web and present it in website form. So you can access, for example, our Carbon Offsets 101 website through the link that's shown here, and it is pulling information directly out of the climate web. You can also take a look at this small website, which simply gets into the question of what are all the different arguments that you might run into around the, or a more complicated website. It has to do with carbon offsets round 2, this idea of Mark Carney's to expand carbon offset markets by potentially as much as 100-fold. And we've extracted lots of information and organized it here for easy access so you can explore that question and understand what is going on with that whole topic. So there are lots of ways to take advantage of the climate web when it comes to even just this topic, and carbon offsets is just one of hundreds of topics. You can take advantage of the websites, the microsites that I just showed you. You can access the climate web online. It's open access. You can download the climate web through premium access for much faster and more powerful utilization. You can save a lot of time with our advanced topical roadmaps. You can even get slices of the climate web and build your own knowledge management system around those slices. Or you can ask the climatographers for all sorts of customized support. So lots of different ways to take advantage of the thousands of hours that are represented by the climate web when it comes to the topic of carbon offsets. And if you want to really see how to become a climate knowledge Jedi, take a look at either of these two sites, Your Climate PhD or Your Climate MBA. Massive a way to access massive amounts of information in a very systematic way. Thanks for watching.